They're finally eliminated. Oh, wow. They finally gave up. That freed up like 5 nations in the world. And now the UK is at war with Germany again. Well, we're getting some early missile prototypes we can research as well. This is going to be fun. Pretty confident we are well ahead of the world in technology. I don't think the Germans have been successfully catching up. I don't think anyone's been successfully catching up. I think I've been researching fast enough because I'm researching everything I can. That even adding more research centers to the mix isn't going to help anyone keep up with me. We're just going to do some recon. Recon is nice and cheap. Doesn't last excessively long. Doesn't cost much of anything, doesn't take much of anything. Go ahead and place it right next to this military base and next to the capital so I can get an idea of what the hell's happening in his country. Alright, cool. So we can see he's... Oh, dude, his garrisons are fucking max. Invading his homeland would be nigh impossible. Sure, garrisons are only garrisons, but this is ridiculous. And he has units just chilling out everywhere. Yeah, even if I had the military goods to invade, straight up going for the Japanese mainland, I think is not an option. Which means I'd have to start somewhere else if I did. I have a lot of places to start. I could ally with anyone over here. Britain owns a fuck ton of colonies over here. I could just invade up Thailand to start. Take over Indochina, take over China, you know, make myself a nice little line that I can follow, use the Philippines to support me. I could go into Russia and just start countering him there. If I wanted to. What's he going to do? How is he going to stop? I have 81% justification towards him. I could do it. I got to set up more oil. We got to aim for that magic 700. That's pretty much all the oil I can place on the American West Coast. If you exclude Alaska, which has a good bit of oil. I'll leave it there for right now. All this stuff building and being built, I'm going to bring my consumer goods facility back up to max. I don't need to make more because my usage is so low, but I'm going to bring them back up to max to try to max out my profitability because, as you see, still losing money because of my mass amounts of construction. Inflation at 9.3, so we're still growing. GDP per capita is up, still beyond everybody else. Only Australia comes close currently. Never going to take over Andorra. I'm just never going to do it. So I'm going to form an alliance with Andorra instead just to make the world like me a little better. Think that I'm friendlier than I am. I mean, wait, what?
Andrea in the United States.
That's Andorra.
Andorra.
It's a little city-state that has nobody and nothing. It is probably the least important country on the entire map right now. And I allied it.
Well, at least you make them feel safe.
I mean, I'm never going to protect them, but yeah, I'm making them feel safe. With all the consumer goods pumped up, you can see we're selling a gigantic, like, profit of them, which shows you just how much money we could be and are making off of this stuff. I have the Wolfhound, so I think it's safe to say we should replace the Staghound with it. I have the LVT4. My AI doesn't seem to like it so much, but it is a very good unit, much cheaper than half tracks. So I'm actually going to exclude the old LVTs and the half tracks, and probably I'm going to end up witnessing a mass replacement of my infantry units now that I've narrowed it down to this. We need an advancement, and LVTs are far... Oh my god, he's building Rangers now. He really wants to replace them with Rangers instead. Rangers are nice, but I better see you start pumping out some fucking LVTs. Okay, he is. I don't mind if he builds more Rangers, but he better build some fucking LVTs. Because these LVT4s are the bomb. I'll fucking exclude Rangers if I need to, because I'm done with them. I'm done with what I needed them for. Their maintenance is so little that I don't care if he makes them. My fucking military is so large. The LVTs are half the maintenance of the half-tracks, though, so replacing them with anything that's cheaper is just going to be necessary, even if it's Rangers. Eventually, I'll get an infantry that he likes more than an LVT anyway. He'll pump that out by himself. I don't mind having more Rangers, though, because in terms of actual combat value, it's still better than the LVT. It just doesn't move as fast, but it costs a fraction. It just takes twice as long to make. But with the size of my military, I don't think that really matters. Let's get this old Toad gun out of here as well. Replace it with the new AT gun. We can research the M4A2 Diesel Sherman. That's an interesting bit of variety there. I don't mind having it. Probably won't use it, but you know what? Why not? Sure, let's research it. I'm really tempted to start upgrading my anti-tank and arty to these newer designs, but I think money is enough of a problem that I should not do such a thing. Hell, I'm not even capping out my usage of research slots. I feel like I should start at least turning them off, if not dismantling some altogether. It's hard to pay for all the research at this point. Look at how much money it's costing me just to research everything. Forget about maintaining the facilities. For now, let's just place down some more industrial goods, because I know I'll need that. Let's go here to Alabine. We're starting to have to be real careful with money. I've been expanding so quickly and it's been so successful, but without selling my excess of industrial goods and military goods, this is starting to add up. This is definitely starting to add up. Oh, we got a whole bunch of new things. Oh my god, we're in the space race. We're in the space race. Dude, I'm just gonna go to the end of the fucking space race. I'm gonna go this far. I'm gonna hit research on fucking everything to do with it. Polio vaccines, let's go. Understanding DNA. Well, let's just do that one. Maser systems, laser systems. Yep, let's go. Let's get it. Modern X-rays, CT image scanning. Yeah, let's get that too. Let's just keep research here, so I have an excuse to keep researching. But again, I might end up lowering my amount of research eventually, just to save on money. Okay, Germany will finally peace out again, so I'm gonna peace out. We're gonna lose the annual preparedness fee. Our military should de-escalate a little bit, which I could have done at any time, really. I just didn't want to, just in case. And now I am in the clear. Do you know why I didn't peace out with Germany until, like, just recently?
I have no idea.
Take a look at Greenland.
Oh.
I took every part of it that mattered, and I developed the shit out of it. The rest of it that I don't own is just a barren wasteland, and there was no point trying to claim it. Have you noticed my my money?
I know it's astronomical.
Actually, no. The USSR is now the richest country in the world.
Oh, 18 billion? Oh, wow.
I had about 100 billion at the start of this session. Does that give you an idea of how much I've been building up my country this whole time?
Yeah, pretty good.
Oh my god, making things is expensive. I'm researching Cold War tech. That's expensive. I'm the most technologically advanced nation in the world. And no one's even close to catching up.
I'm number 3.
Well, mine says rank 4, but I guarantee you it is actually rank 1. Ooh, Barracuda. Cold War submarine. Yes, please. Speaking of, we have all sorts of fucking capital ships now to pick from. I don't know if I want to stick with these Iowas, just because of their price. Oh my god, the Montana costs even more. It's better, it costs even more. It's definitely hard to say no to. The Des Moines is, more affordable. I don't know. I have all these different fucking escort ships as well. I know I can get rid of the Fletcher. I don't need the Fletcher. The Benson's so old, I don't need that anymore. I guess I'll narrow it down to the Gearing. That's a pretty good one. And now the Viking class escorts. They are better than the Eagle class, so I'll get rid of the Eagle class. Let's get our alliance with Argentina popping off. Now I have the two most important South American countries, arguably, militarily, as allies. You know, Brazil started making more military, but they never finished it because they never had the capability to finish it. They never had the industry goods to finish it. Speaking of industry goods, I have some available. God damn it, I'm reaching a point where industry goods aren't even my limitation. I'm officially reaching a point where money is my limitation. I can't believe that we've come this far. Well, I mean, making oil will make me money, right? So long as there's a demand for it, and boy, every country in the fucking world needs it right now. Let's place some more down. Making the industrial complexes that support this stuff is actually already pretty expensive. But my usage of this stuff is going up. My production needs to follow it. I'm building a whole bunch right now. This might be excessive, but, you know, I still have more coal plants to get rid of if I need to. I have like over twice the amount of total production capacity than I even want. And I'd rather have something cheaper long-term than coal, such as hydro anyway. That would be a whole nother kind of fucking drain. We are very, very close to getting that oil number up to 700 where I wanted it though, at least, so that's good. I think he's trying to maintain his own independence of oil. Now that I pointed out how much of a problem it is, he's still an importer of that and consumer goods. Building a military complex where? Ah, I see. He's building a radar station. It's random, but okay. Yeah, he's building more oil. Building industrial goods. Still no big increase of military goods. That's going to hurt him in the long run. Oh, he reached the oil field. Ooh, that's a big deal. I won my election. Woo! I see you've reached the oil field and you didn't even wait. You already started pumping down oil production. You didn't even fucking wait.
Nope. Need the supply, man.
I'm going to start encroaching on his territory by forming an alliance with Nepal. I want to start encroaching on him and see how he reacts with these little minuscule countries. I will have enough war justification in case he starts something. I've made sure of that. Nepal doesn't directly border him and there's nothing important in it anyway. The same can be said about Bhutan. And they'll take an alliance, so I'll take alliances with them as well. I mean, even Tibet and Uyghur, they don't border him. They border China, and he hasn't annexed that yet. He would never be able to maintain that military production. The only reason he doesn't know how damaging it is because he doesn't own China right now. I have just way too many ore mines, and I should have done this a while ago. It's just while I had like so much money, I was swimming in it. There was never a point to. So I'm going to turn off a bunch of these ore mines that I'm not using. Same with my coal mines. I just have too much. This is excessive, and now that money is becoming something that's limiting me, I need to do what I can to not have that problem. And I'd rather not dismantle these because I might need them later. You never know how this will go. So instead I'll power them down just to save on their maintenance, basically. I've disabled more than half of each, and I think that's good enough for now. I will need another 8 oil productions after these in order to get to my 700 oil goal. Let's find 8 slots that I can use. Gas fields, not derricks. Derricks are so hilariously expensive, I am not even gonna begin to touch that. Let's go up the Midwest some more here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. 8 more. And that will get us to the magic 700 number. It's not gonna drastically change my country or anything, but that's my goal. Now I'm gonna be pumping out Shermans and Pershings. Pershings are heavier than Shermans. I'd like to have a little bit of both, so I'll allow both of them to be pumped out. I want to try to make friends with the Indies, probably allies. It's likely that the New Guinea and the East Indies would be invasion targets for him. I do not need to invade them for any reason. Any resource, again, that I would need from them, I can get over here. Well, I mean, the East Indies has rubber, right? I've invaded many countries for rubber. New Guinea, they don't have rubber, so I know for a fact that I can ally them. Actually, they don't even want to ally, so we'll do everything except that. The East Indies don't want to ally either. So I'll once again go for everything but. I'm going to have to pay for it, but I'll pay for it. I don't plan on invading these places. I'm pretty well off in terms of the resources that they can provide me. Actually, tell you what. Just because I'm not so sure about the East Indies, I'm going to get everything except non-aggression with them. I'll leave that non-aggression alone. Just in case I want their rubber, but I don't think I'll need it. Because again, I don't think rubber's short. I don't think there's a shortage of rubber. British Malay States is still just like exclusively exporting it. Japan, he's making more than he needs and exporting it. East Indies is exporting their rubber. I'm making more than enough rubber. I have more that I can tap. I don't think it'll be a problem in the long run, actually, now that I think about it more. It's nice to see the Philippines having such a large and maybe not technologically advanced, but military. I've been occasionally checking if I can send them stuff, and there's definitely more shit I can send them. So let's keep sending them shit. And maybe I can send them new designs as well? Oh, there's the Panzer 35 that I can send them. There might be more. Once they upgrade, I'll just send them. Everything that I have access to, quite frankly. Send them all of these designs to make use of. And Puerto Rico hasn't advanced as quickly, but they are advancing a little bit. Are there any more land designs I can send them? Nope. Because they're still making units. They're still doing their own thing. It's going to be harder and harder to fund them currently, but I'm hoping that with all my oil production that I'm going to come out in a better spot. I'm going to go ahead and I'm also going to spy real quick down here around the capital of Thailand. I want to see what he has over here. I want to see if this is a particularly defended location. Around the capital itself, he definitely has units. It's garrisoned to all shit. But this is not a focus of where his forces are. His focus is definitely in the mainland. A lot of this is just supply trucks, honestly, and engineers likely supporting stuff he was building, because engineers increase the rate at which you build stuff. When I go to war with him and fight him, I don't even need to fight him until the very end. I could say take over all of Indochina and then offer him peace so that he can build up. And I'm pretty sure he would take it. With my stockpile of military goods only increasing, I think we're getting close to a point where I could actually do something like that. Another option is that I could just completely ignore him and just invade somebody in Europe, because nobody in Europe has the ammo to oppose me. And there are certain nations that are worth potentially going after. Bulgaria would be an easy snag, not a very important one. Germany would be an easy snag.
Oh, there it is. Italy and the UK signed a ceasefire.
Yeah, again, but how long is it going to last?
Yeah. Romania and the USSR signed a ceasefire.
Yeah, that's very back and forth as well. Yeah, my dude's still pumping out Rangers. He does not want to pump out these LVTs. The LVTs are overall going to be more useful for us, though. So that really has me questioning if I should even keep the Rangers at this point. I think I need to push our military in the right direction. And while Rangers are statistically amazing, LVTs are the start of something more amazing, and we can make them faster. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to get rid of Rangers. I need the motorized mechanized. The only way I'm going to beat him, it's not going to be by having Rangers run around the jungle like some kind of Vietnam War. It's going to be moving so fast that him and his bullets cannot keep up. So I think it's time to get rid of the Rangers. They did what they needed to. They got me what I wanted. Now these mechanized, especially amphibious units, they're going to be the way to go. They are going to be the way to go. They're going to cost more to make. They're going to be the way to go. Inflation's still holding at 7.9, which is good. I was hoping this war would take more out of him, but his inflation's holding at a decent place. His money is holding at a decent place for him. His GDP per capita, where is he? He's at 330. He's gone up by about 100, a little over 100 since the start of the game. Not the best improvement, but still a pretty good improvement. He's in the upper half at this point. He didn't really start out in the upper half. You're slowly working your way up that oil. Is that still your goal, to peace out?
Yeah, once I get those fields.
And you're still thinking that we're going to clash rather than wipe out the Axis and the Allies?
I don't know, we'll see. From the looks of it, this war is going to go well into the Cold War era.
Yeah, it's 44, and we're not even, like, we've been playing for over 4 years so far today. And it's just raging, you know? You've been eating away at Soviet lands, but what is it really doing? My money is holding, even with my production now, so that's how you know this oil's been doing it. I've been a little capped on industrial goods, but you see a lot of this oil is about to finish as well. That'll free up enough industrial goods to start stockpiling again. And getting all this oil done should only help. Although the price is going down a little bit, likely because I'm pouring so much more in the market. Having it is still a good thing. Definitely, looking at my prices, my money has definitely gone into a much better place. Quite happy with that. Yeah, here's the oil finishing up. That's good. I still can't sustain an endless war with him, but I could maybe win a proxy war or just a very short war in general. Oh my god. What the hell? The British actually decided to invade the mainland of France. They actually sent their units to a smart place for once, and they sent a bunch of biplanes to help them out. They don't have enough troops here to conquer anything. All these troops are, like, gonna die. They haven't conquered a single important place, you know, such as this right here, this garrison. But they're sending more troops. They amassed a certain amount of troops with their production, and now they are... Oh, they got a port! Oh, this is interesting. if the UK, I've seen this happen in single player before, where the UK just builds up and wins late war by themselves. But if the UK can defeat Germany, then I don't need to worry about okay, I don't need to worry about him. Yeah,
For that, like you said.
dude, take a look in Europe. The UK is basically performing D-Day. I think on the D-Day date as well.
Shit. No, June 6th was the D-Day date.
Well, I mean, they've been doing this.
Landing.
They've taken ports and everything. I've seen them lose a lot of units, but the amount of planes and everything that's over here, they must have a script that told them to do that, because instead of continuously sending their units to dumb places, which I mean they're still doing, they did take a lot of their units and they just threw them into France. That's interesting. That's actually really game-changing if you think about it. They have a foothold in Europe against Germany. Germany has a whole nother front now. Even if the UK is in no position to win anything over there, they're certainly trying. The thing that basically allowed them to land there, I'm not gonna lie, that was their planes. Their fucking Air Force did that. That's what drove that landing.
Oh yeah, the RAF is just, whew. They're just everywhere.
Yeah. How's your military faring with this war? I can't really see, so I'm not sure how active the battles have been. I don't know if it's just little tiny skirmishes slowly resulting in territorial gain. I don't know if there's been some entertaining battles or anything.
For me, no. All I'm running across is just garrisons. Although I have been having to work on my supply lines a lot.
Yeah, I figure. Let's build some more. A good chunk more. We're at a pretty decent place with it right now. It's still double what we're actually using when I'm not building anything, and that's definitely good. We're gonna need more military production. The cost of this military production is adding up, though. Well, as we can see, there's not a big market for rubber, so we don't have to worry about that. We might end up needing to worry about agriculture and timber at this rate, in fact. But that would be really, really easy to build up. We still don't need this much ore, so I'm gonna put offline another 20 coal mines and another 10 ore mines. The demand for oil is still there. I'm trading excessive amounts of it. It is definitely still a money maker that I can use to drive my production elsewhere. I would like to get a little bit more in the way of military goods, though. Currently, it's been a while since I've increased that production, and my consumption hasn't been, you know, not moving or anything. Here, let's go ahead and use this small village. I'm just gonna fill the whole fucking hex with military goods. Yeah, the UK doesn't have the troops to really push out and take a bunch of land because they've been sacrificing their units for so long and these stupid wars, but their air power is doing damage. That's for sure. This is good. This is good. This shows that Germany is less of a threat than I even gave it credit for. I could sweep in and conquer Germany if I wanted to. Although I wouldn't want to actually deal with owning any of this. In fact, I'd rather the UK just gets it, but I don't want to send my own troops and start shooting my own bullets to make that happen. But I'm tempted to start some PvP stuff right now in places where I don't think he could resist me too well. Did he set up any barracks over here? He did. I could attack him here, take these barracks, use it as a point, let the Philippines assist me, take over a lot of his rubber, a lot of his oil from him, start pushing up to China, in fact. This military would do no better than mine in this situation. We have a lot of fucking planes to look over right now. Like Cold War level planes. I think the Saber's gonna be the one that I go with here. That'll be my new plane. That'll be my replacement plane. Actually, I changed my mind. No Saber. We're going Sky Knight. Its attack range is through the roof. And there's another one, the Banshee, does something similar. So I'm gonna go for that Banshee. The Thunderjet has missiles, but I'd rather have just the raw attack range for the time being, if I have to narrow it down. And then there's Multi-Roll, which there's another Banshee, which acts pretty much exactly the same way. Yeah, I'll take the Banshee for that too. We'll standardize this quite a bit. They also land on carriers, but I'm not using carriers. Thank God I'm not. They're so expensive. Looks like we have some new potential transport planes as well, with some pretty good range by the looks of it, and some pretty good capacity as well. But starting to get a little bit expensive, just a little bit. The Mars has insane range. I'm gonna have to probably go with the Mars. Its fuel consumption is through the roof, though. Ah, fuck it. I'm gonna go with the Mars. Fuel shouldn't be a problem for me in the long run. I'm gonna increase my military spending to max to try to increase my reserves now. My money is stabilizing even with me building a fuck ton of shit, so I'm not too worried. Alright, I think it's time to make our first PvP move of the whole game. He's distracted. He hasn't been able to build up. He's trying to build up, but we know his military goods should be lacking. He's still distracted by a war. He doesn't have any goods to shoot really at all. He has garrisons set up, that much is true. But I think I can at least claim Indochina. I'm sending most of my land force, not all of my land forces, but most of them are currently going, mainly the ones that have been along the east coast, and these fucking rangers and shit up in Greenland. I'm sending all of these, and we're going to basically land in Singapore. We're going to go up into the Malay states, and we're going to try to take, I think this is almost all of his rubber from him. We're going to try to take all his rubber from him, make as much progress as we can. I don't dream to be able to conquer him with this war, but that's not the point. The point is, soon, he will have the resources he needs to do the same expansion that I've been doing for the last 4 years in-game. And it's not like he's been doing no expansion. Therefore, we need to slow him down in some way. And it's time to stop playing nice. I have a nice stock of military goods, and even if it's not enough to permanently maintain my presence there, doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be. I have enough justification to start a war. I have enough treaty integrity to start a war. I could take away a lot of his rubber. I could take away a lot of his oil. And this is a huge chunk of his population as well. If I take this away from him, let's just say that. If I take this away from him, I don't think he could ever beat me in the long run. He has almost nothing down here in Thailand, just garrisons. I could stomp over garrisons real quick. Definitely in the long run I could not maintain it, but especially with the help of my Philippine allies nearby, I doubt he has the force projection or bullets to ever stop me in the long run.
Hey, where is it again? Like when you set the option to whether colonize or annex?
You have to like click on the country, go to your state tab, go to severe actions, and it should be there. By default, you're annexing all of this.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Now that the D-Day script is over, the UK is back to throwing their units into really stupid places. Oh my god. Enough time of throwing and getting your units destroyed, aka the UK, and they actually took the military base of Hamburg. Barely. But it actually, their suicide attacks got them something. There's no point in it. But it actually got them something, and that's kind of impressive. Germany's distracted. Have you looked at Europe recently? I really don't want him to look at the Pacific.
Well, it's its own fault.
Yeah, it's a mess. Did you see how cookie cutter the Balkans look? And Italy's actually been reclaiming some territory again. It's really weird. At some point, I want you to take a look when you get a chance. If you look over at France, I somehow got the southern coast of it. I guess I sailed a ship over there, and then Spain, claimed the coast. Literally just the water, though. It's just the water. It's nothing important. Nothing that gains me anything, certainly. We have silo-launch nukes available. Yeah, but these aren't too great. I can still make them, but they're not too great. Might as well, I suppose. I'm gonna need nukes, so I'm gonna start invading Japan.
Oh god, this is too much.
What's too much? Europe?
Yeah.
Well, at least, I mean, with the exception of, like, the Soviet Union doing weird shit, it doesn't affect us, technically. There's some more LVTs that I need to get over there. That would be very handy. I wonder how long I can hide this from him. He doesn't have a lot down here. Once I declare war, it should be a steamroll for a little bit until he can react. The garrisons are going to take a lot of my ammunition, though. The real shame would be if I got through, like, all the garrisons just to be overwhelmed by his units when I, like, run out of bullets inevitably or something. That would be the real fucking shame. I need to really double down on my military goods to make this work, but because I don't want to give him the chance to build up. I don't want to give him that chance. He won't have the ability to shoot, but his garrisons will all have a certain amount of ammunition anyway. So let me get more military goods facilities over at Plymouth. Every little bit of production is going to help. Every little bit that I can produce is going to make me be able to sustain this more. And again, I don't expect to be able to take over everything. Certainly not everything, but a lot.